What's going on there, YouTube? Back again on the gasser build. Started this earlier this year. Kind of got put on hold because I had the RC4wd giveaway rat rod build, and put a lot of time into that over a few months, and it kind of sucked for the channel because it was all done, you know, behind the scenes, because they couldn't tell anybody about it till RC4wd announced it. But yeah, everybody's got gasser builds. Cyanide Tube's doing a gasser now. There's a couple guys on Facebook that are doing gassers, and lots of different variety. Cyanide's is leaf sprung front using a sawback G-made chassis rail. Not sure what kind of body he's cooking up for that. That's going to be interesting. One of them I've seen on Facebook, I think, is a Lexan 56 Ford truck body. I think that's Scott Limpert. If you've been in any of the groups and stuff, you've probably seen some of his work. But yeah, the gasser thing was always popular. Even the earlier videos I've done were extremely popular. I just kind of got caught up with other stuff. So you can see here, I still haven't mounted the engine, and I still don't have the front suspension set in stone. I've been back and forth between leaf springs and links, and I'm just not sure. I've been trying to put it off till I actually have enough motivation to really put everything into it. I would like to fabricate some ladder bars for the rear, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off. Using small tubing, it's hard to weld. All I have is a MIG, and I don't even have a argon mix tank. I'm just using flux core, so it's nasty and dirty and messy. My little torch I would use to braze stuff like that has quit working. I don't know what's happened to it, but it won't flow any of the map gas through it. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but for now I've got everything to do this. We need to get the RC4wd V8 ready to go. I've got the headers that are prototype from RC4wd that we came up with together on the giveaway build, and they're already painted chrome, and I have them mounted upside down right now. I was seeing if I'd like the look. Not really thinking I will. I think I need them down for this because it sets up pretty high in the front. But we got the Cyanide Speed Shop. Check the link in the description for that. Cyanide Tube, he's got a Shapeways store. He's got this awesome tunnel ram intake system for the RC4wd V8. Giving that a few heavy coats of half a can. Ain't gonna lie, half a can of chrome spray paint, and it came out phenomenal. It's been drying for over a month now, so hopefully it won't show fingerprints and stuff. I've got the two carburetors on top. I painted those metallic metal something dark color. Came out alright. I just wanted some kind of contrast. I didn't want to do too much chrome because we got polished bits and chrome bits, and you know, chrome spray paint's not like true chrome. So and then the intake, the little velocity stacks are from the blow-off valve keychain that Cyanide recommends for his intake system. So also I've got the RHS heads from RC4wd. Now I thought when they came out with this, I thought, gee, that's stupid. Well, I'm going to pay $40 for the same thing that's on there, just bare metal. But they are basically the same casting, but they are detailed. It's got machine marks on the surfaces where the exhaust goes, top and the bottom. It's got serial numbers matching on each end engraved into it, and it does add a fair amount of detail. I put those on the giveaway build, and they kind of grew on me, so I went ahead and sprung for them on this build. I wanted to do the Mickey Thompson valve covers on this like I did on the RC4wd build, but they were out of stock at the time, so I don't have any of those. And I've got the R4 trans. I've got plugs and wires. I've got the coolant neck, filler neck, and I had another one of these for it, but then Cyanide came out with that, and that looks more period correct to me for a gasser build. So as far as the motor goes, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just going to throw in a stock Tamiya can motor. I believe this one came with one of my touring cars. they got pretty good get up and go. That's what I have in the drift truck, the M06 Beetle, and that thing has plenty of get up and go. That's what's in the Sand Scorcher, just the stock can motor, and the farm truck, I believe. Yeah, the farm truck just has a can motor, and it'll get out of its own way pretty good. So that's what I'm gonna roll with on this. I do have that Castle brushless system, but I have another plan for it, which you will find out about soon. You might have picked up on another new build on Instagram if you've been following along. So anyway, I'm gonna start tearing this thing apart and start trying to find all the little screws and stuff. I've finally built enough V8s that I've got my own little storage bin here for all my spare parts, and got intakes, breathers, all kinds of stuff. But I've got some scale hardware in here as well, so hopefully I have some stuff small enough. And yeah, let's get started. Alright guys, so I've been out here for like 3 hours working on this thing. It's tedious. My hands are a little shaky, so it's not completely done. I still need some more scale hardware for the headers I used up all I had on the RC4wd drive build. I've just got enough to put 2 on each side. I've got to do some touch up on the headers. They got chipped a little bit here and there. Not a big deal. The intake, I did have to make the holes a little larger for the motor wires to come out, and I just touched that up with a silver paint pen. It looks good enough. It's in the back side, so you can't really see it. If you saw in that little clip there, I had some mesh from it's kind of a cloth mesh screen that came with a Tamiya Scania R420, 470, whatever it was, semi-truck, and it goes behind the grill and it looks real nice. Well, I had some extra, so I cut little squares and bolted between the velocity stack and the carburetor, so now I have an actual mesh filter at the bottom of the velocity stack, and it makes it where you don't see straight down in there and see the chrome inside of it and the chrome paint. So Cyanide designed these carburetors with holes through. So I took some welding wire, I think it's 0.35 flux core wire, just turned my welder on and ran some out, and I ran 2 lines through. Got them bent here at the back, kind of rough. The front, I couldn't really get it rounded as I wanted. I may redo that, but for now it's good enough to get me by. And so it's got 2 fuel lines that run through both carburetors, loops back to the front. So you've got a fuel line in and a return line, per se. This intake does allow you to use the RC4wd drive distributor in its proper location. It replaces one of your intake bolts and sits nice and flat and holds everything down. I am not running the distributor wire or the spark plug wires right now. I really don't have the steady of hand at the moment to do that because it is tedious. You got to be in the right frame of mind for that. I painted some of the just ends of the carburetor, where you have like little jets. I painted them flat black. The look I was going for, I think it's Holly Dominator carburetors. They're kind of a gunmetal color with some black stuff. I think that's what they are. I've seen them on Engine Masters a couple times. And I forgot to mention at the beginning, I did have the water pump and pulley set. Those are, they've improved that since the first version I had a long time ago on the Blazer. You actually bolt the pulley to the balancer, and then it all rotates on as one assembly. That's pretty cool. It's a little more, 3 more scale bolts you got to do, but the finish on that stuff looks fantastic. So yeah. This thing's looking mean. I put the headers right side up. I'm going to mock it up here on the gasser and we'll see what it looks like. Alright guys, so the motor and transmission don't really fit on there. I've got a cross member welded in, and it's directly, there's a notch at the bottom of the transmission that it's sitting on now. It needs to move forward, about 3/4 of an inch. And yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that right now since it's late on a work night, so yeah, but for now that's the motor's set a little too far back. I'm gonna have to modify my metal firewall as well to now fit around the transmission, but yeah, the thing looks mean. Really, I think the headers look better that way. The metal rusty firewall behind it, maybe some yellow tinted windows. I may end up redoing the chassis altogether because I wasn't happy with how that came out. The rear suspension's good, but I don't have a good enough idea of what I'm going to do up front still to have welded anything. So I think I messed myself up trying to get ahead. So I don't know, but we got some progress made. I've been kind of dreading the motor because it is so tedious. But yeah, I need to go respond to these texts. So anyway guys, be sure to check out RC4wd drive for the giveaway of the rat rod that we built, and check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. It's kind of long, but it's the entire build start to finish, and it's pretty dang cool. And be sure to enter to win it, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Follow along on Instagram and Facebook, RCeveryday. I will see you all in the next video. Keep it scale.